Good evening and thanks for joining us. It's the kind of gold-plated pension plan most Canadians can only dream of. Global News has discovered a number of former federal bureaucrats are still getting generous pension contributions made on their behalf after they quit. And who is paying? You are. Millions of taxpayer dollars are being paid to top up federal pension plans of former deputy ministers, ensuring people who were already very well paid get healthy federal pensions on the taxpayer's dime. Vassy Kapelos has been looking into this for us. Vassy?
Donna, the government says public sector pensions are unsustainable, that it can't afford the current system. But that message, it turns out, may not be directed at every civil servant.
When certain senior bureaucrats leave the government, they're entitled to something few others are. You could call it government-approved double dipping. Here's what happens. A deputy minister quits their job in the public service, usually to take a lucrative one in the private sector. Their public service pension ends, right? Wrong. Deputy ministers are allowed to continue to contribute to their plan, albeit at twice the rate, even after they leave. And the government, with your tax dollars, continues to contribute too.
I think they're sending the message that there's a double standard and that some Canadians should be well off and some, well, too bad.
So far, 19 deputy ministers have cashed in on the opportunity. The only stipulation to their eligibility, that they have worked 10 years in the public service. MP Brent Rathgeber quit the Conservative caucus because it wouldn't support his bill calling for transparency on senior bureaucrat salaries. He says this should concern Canadians.
It has to do with a concern that many taxpayers have expressed as to how opaque the government is with respect to how it treats its civil servants.
The president of the Treasury Board declined to comment on this story. Tony Clement's office says there's no political involvement in the issue. The opposition disagrees.
These are important questions that the government has to answer within the context of their reform of the public service pension plan.
And consider this, the way public service pensions are calculated means a deputy minister's pension could earn them up to 70% of their six-figure salary. So this government perk could cost taxpayers millions for services they're not even getting. Donna?